Hey everybody, this is Cody Knight 22 here. Welcome to a special one-off vlog that I'll be doing. Today's September 22nd. Happy anniversary to me. A year ago today, something big happened. Won't go into exactly what, or really, I guess the start of something kind of big happened. Won't go into exactly what, however. We'll be skipping ahead a little bit, or skipping back a little bit more. Let's go to November of 2011 for the proper backstory. November 2011, I have three separate incidents of pain in my side. 2 days was three of them, yeah. So there was 2 days, and then another 2 days, and then one day, and it was the same pain every time. They always went away, but after the third time, it was kind of like, this may not be just coincidental. So we went ahead and we got it checked out. Turns out that I had hydronephrosis after we got some tests done. That I have hydronephrosis, which is basically pockets of liquid in my kidney where there shouldn't be, reduced kidney function, etc., etc. And that was caused by megaureter syndrome. And your ureter connects your kidney to your bladder, and sometimes you can be born with them being a little bit too large. This is not something that comes up artificially. You are born with this, and it can come up to be too big, which is a problem. Mine was too big, so should have gotten that caught at 12 months. 12 years, that was plus 11 months. That's not fun. But I did, obviously, eventually we got it caught, and then I had surgery to correct it. So I went down from, mine was larger than a grown man's thumb. Surgeon is who we are using as a reference point. It's supposed to be the size of a spaghetti string. Tiny bit big, a little bit. So I got that corrected a year in April of 2012 because it wasn't an urgent surgery. I wasn't in dire pain, and we could have scheduled it so much faster than what we did, but it was kind of like, it's not going to do any more harm, honestly. A year later, I developed kidney stones. I was at risk for that, anyways. We knew that going in, but a year later, I do develop kidney stones, two separate incidents, get those blasted, and it's determined that normal sized ureter is not going to work with my kidney. It was down to 29% function. It just wasn't going to work. So try to widen it using a stent, which is a plastic tube that can be used to hold something in place inside of you. And we try to get it widened artificially. So that was going to be, okay, maybe this will work. And we can avoid another reconstructive surgery, because that's a big deal. The first one that I had was 4.5 hours. Well, didn't exactly work. September 22nd of last year, I wake up with kidney pain. That wasn't uncommon. I tried to go to school with it. I couldn't. I had to go out. But that's not uncommon. I've had, prior to that, I think 3 incidents between the stones and then. I mean, low function kidney. High risk for kidney pain. I mean, kidney pain was like, this is going to happen. So, sat out the day of school. Sat out the next day of school even. It's all resolved. Well, by day 3, due to my past, it was kind of like, okay, well, we can't really hope that this is going to resolve anymore. So we'll call in. Basically, my kidney was rejecting the ureter, and it wasn't functioning really at all. It still had a function rate left, but that couldn't be determined because my ureter was way too small. So go in on October 22nd for a 4-hour reconstructive surgery. This one sucked more than the last one did because my body was so susceptible to another surgery. It was just, for whatever reason, that one hurt a lot more than the one before it did. But October 22nd, 5 days in the hospital, get out. The first week at home from those 5 days sucked, but if you go through surgery, it's not supposed to be fun. So get out, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to do this. Let's go. Well, 13 days post-op, so that's 8 days after I get home. I suddenly can no longer put pressure on my left leg without it hurting a lot, and I can no longer bend it without it going into an intense muscle spasm. Treated it like a muscle thing. We tried to treat it like a muscle thing. Maybe this will resolve. 3 days, no change. My mom knows muscles because of she's a personal trainer, and she was like, okay, this isn't a muscle thing. So we go in and we get checked out by some people. Nothing. So, thus begins a very long journey. What was 6 months to learn that I had CRPS, Complex Regional Pain Syndrome. Never heard of it. Most people haven't, including doctors. CRPS is a very rare nerve issue that can be best summarized as your nerves are sending pain signals when they shouldn't be. And they're reacting violently to things that they normally wouldn't. It's a very sensitive area, very hard to move around. You may occasionally see this in people over 60. Rarely will you see this in people under the age of 18, so adolescents. Not many people know somebody that has had this. It just doesn't happen all that often. And there's only 2 places that are actually at all qualified to do anything with CRPS that have done any research really into it, and that's CHOPS, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and Boston Children's Hospital. I live in Tucson, Arizona. That's pretty damn far away. So it took a really long time to get the proper treatment for it. 9 months I dealt with CRPS. 9 months. That is a long ass time to have the same issue with damn near no answers for most of that. We tried medication. That didn't really work. I developed depression over the course of it, which was not helped by the medications that I was taking. Because, man, a lot more medications than you'll ever realize have the side effect of depression. And boy, that's not fun. But 9 months, it finally goes away. That's it. At that point, it's 10 months. Done. Kidney pain had started reoccurring before the CRPS went away. Unexplained kidney pain. To this day, we actually don't know why it started up. Brings us actually to now, where the kidney pain is lessened. It has lessened to the point where I can return to school. It took me 11 months and 17 days between full days of school. From Friday, September 19th to September 2nd, I believe is what it wanted. Yeah, 17 days. Yeah, I believe it was September 2nd, I believe. It took that long to get back into school for a full day, but I did it, and I'm back into school full time now, and I'm really, really happy to be back. But really, I don't care what way you want to look at it. 11 months or 12 months, I mean, it's still not done yet, so I'm still having pain to this day. So on 12 months of chronic pain, it sucks. I can be best described probably as a year to forget. But not everything was shit. And here's the part that made it a year to remember. On October 4th, I had been playing a lot of games that I had, and I got bored with them. Because I was like, I've beaten all these games. Multiplayer wasn't out for GTA Online, though I would still be bored for Grand Theft Auto 5. So I decided I'm going to write fan fiction for a show that I really enjoyed called Ruby. And I wrote a story, and I published a story, and thus began what has been an 11-month journey at this point. Beyond 11 months, I'm approaching 1 year of writing fan fiction and somehow improving. From the next chapter of Ruby was the first story that I published. I believe that is 18 followers, 19 favorites, and 23 reviews. To What Good Is Love at this point, which is well over 500 followers. I believe over 550 followers. I'd have to check. Over 570 followers actually. By the time this video comes out, it should be over 580 probably. 450 favorites, 388 reviews. Just that is the type of increase that I've seen in terms of support for fan fiction. And my writing has improved so much, and I'm writing really quality stories, like things like Broken Wings has come out, and that was 100 followers in 2 chapters. It might even be 150 followers in 3 chapters. Almost 100 favorites in 3 chapters. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible improvement, really, and you guys have been there to help support that. And Then there is also some of the one shots that I suck ass at one shots, and then I did Delivery Girl for Books and Weapons on Tumblr, and I just did the one shot because I really liked the AU, and Books and Weapons really enjoyed it. And then Stranger Acts for Hanasaku Shijin, she really enjoyed it. And it's just, Dinas Emery's read one of my stories and he really enjoyed it. And I'm having all of these things happen, and you guys are just helping so much improve the writing. But that's not the only place that's seen growth. On a date that I don't remember, I decided I'm really bad at written reviews, but I want to try and do a talking review for fan fiction that I enjoy, because I suck ass at written reviews. But I wanted to do something for the authors that I really, really appreciate, and I wanted to do it. And so I did, and I made Cody Talks Fan Fiction episode 1. Since then, my channel's gone up to 155 subscribers, 155 plus, I should say, subscribers. I don't actually know an exact count at this moment, even for right now, but I know it's over 155. And people have been viewing my videos, and a lot of really awesome people check it out now, including Zextran is probably one of the bigger ones, Corey Campion as well. And just this type of improvement has helped me get through a really, 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 really shitty year. And it's made that part of the year a year to remember versus a year to forget. And I cannot thank you guys enough. Every single one of you if you've ever done anything really in the past year to show any sign of support, I am so, so appreciative of it. And you've helped out so much. Now, I don't actually, at this point, this part of the video is like 12 or so minutes long. So I already knew I was going to do this. By now, another video should be up, and it's going to be basically part 2. It's going to be me going over thanking specific people, but it doesn't take away. These are just the people that I want to name specifically for thank you. So do check that out. If you believe that you may be on it, do check that out. But otherwise, if you haven't checked that video out anyways, and just send these people something positive, because they are awesome and they all deserve it. And just thank you all so much for the past year for helping it out. Yeah, tune in for the next video, hopefully. Otherwise, for right now, bye.